That's not coffee, Pete.
It's afternoon coffee. Restoration Weekly. It's afternoon Restoration Weekly.
That way it doesn't matter what we're drinking.
That's right, and it's in a coffee cup, so it counts. It's all right, it's all good. So where are we at? So we just finished filming for this week, for Sunday's video. We got a variety of stuff all over the place, and we just finished filming that. So let's come back to that. Let's go straight into recapping questions from the Porsche video, because we had some questions, and we're organised. We actually set up some demos to do live, not live, but unedited.
It's live.
Live.
100% live.
Yeah, so as you're watching this, we are here saying this, that's right. So let's just get straight into that. Firstly, everyone will be happy to know that the door hinges, which you cannot hear, are silent. We did oil the door hinges.
You've been lubricated.
So very well lubricated. So that's
They're
great.
swinging pretty good, Pete.
Swinging nice. For hinges that haven't been worked on yet, other than being blasted, pretty smooth. So we've got this side to finish off before we can get into filming this for the next Porsche video, which is going here backwards, which is gonna be fun. There's lots of stuff there that I'm pretty excited to do. But we've got something going on over on the bench here. Let's go through this quickly. Should we jump cut the compressor out, or is it all good? Pause.
We'll just pause. Just pause. Stand here.
Okay.
And I'll fast forward. Go. Action.
Go. So we've got these little things on the go. This is just another little, it's our little product that we make here. Pretty simple one. Little copper backer. These are super handy. You know, we get these copper, we drill these holes, press these magnets in, and then stamp a little logo in. So that's a little logo, little machined logo there. We press in. So we've got a little jig, little fixture that we've got to press upstairs. Slide the copper in. Bang. Press the logo. It's really good. And you end up with something like this. If I can get it off the steel table, little magnetic copper plate. Very simple little thing, but very handy. Where do you use these? Well, here we go. Here's one we prepared earlier. So scenario is, say you've got, this car doesn't have it, you know, you've got a 50s or 60s American car, even Australian cars with the mouldings right down the sides and all the holes for the trim, right up in the center of the panel. Sometimes it's hard to get to. Little magnetic copper plate sticks on, and then you have copper behind your hole. So what it means is when you go to do your welding, you don't have to screw around with a bunch of filler wire, filler rod to fill up your hole. You can just go straight in. The hole's backed by the copper. You can weld that up. Disperses the heat a lot faster. You can weld up your hole without a bunch of blow through and less filler rod. And then say you have something else like over here. You can just magnet your piece on, drop your filler piece in the hole, then your hand's free to weld it. Don't need to have a clamp. You know, it's backed, so you're not going to get blow through as much. So that's just a little thing we have on the go, little copper backers. So pretty certain the website's out of stock of those as I say this, but maybe the time you watch this will be restocked. So anyone that's been hanging out for those, it's just a little product that we make here in-house.
Australian made by our hands.
Australian made with these. Next Porsche question, which was, I don't know why I got distracted with that. One of the things we made for the B pillar there was this little piece. Someone asked a question, and this is for you, for someone that asked this particular question. How did we do that little tight radius fold? I'm sure there's heaps of ways to do it. We just make it up as we go, but I'll show you exactly how we did that. So, might just want to zoom in close here, Evan, as we do it. Obviously, you'd mark up your lines a lot carefully and figure out over the length you want to do this fold.
So how much you lose in the bend and...
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So very simply, just sneak up on it. Just spread the fold out over a few folds, which would be over, you know, probably work out the radius or the circumference to the distance to whatever it is you're trying to do. ending up with as far as you can go on your folder, something like that. So it's not quite there, but it's on its way. Then you just find the radius you want. In this case, we just used the drill bit. Pretty lazy there. Just put that in. That's our radius that we want. Put it under the flat part of the folder.
Watch your fingers.
Watch
yeah?
fingers. Bring this down, and then just use something to hold that in there. Get some pressure on it. Hold that radius bar, in this case drill bit, where you want it. Give it a bit of a clamp down. And you've got your radius. So sometimes you just open it back out to where you want it. A little bit messy this one, I just did it on the fly. But that's exactly how we made that piece. Just a little bit neater with a little bit more care.
So that's the B-pillar
That's the
section.
B-pillar post for this car.
Yeah.
But it's just an example of how we did a 180 degree radius fold. Pretty simply, really, just on the fly as we were going with it.
Nice.
Did have some more questions. I wrote these down, so let's see if I can find it in my notes.
I saw a
big
question.
one. Yep.
People thought we were American for some reason.
Well, I don't know. Maybe
We're
it's
Australian.
We're Australian. Maybe.
Next.
I read a thing about this the other day. How the modern English language is getting just mashed together with the amount of social media and TV, and especially the younger generation watching all different videos and hearing different mismatch of languages.
Yeah, kids are starting to sound American because that's what they
It's
watch
just becoming
more of.
blended.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're Australian, so we're here in Australia.
About now north of Sydney for
Yeah.
people who want to know exactly where we are.
That's it.
Yep.
Question is hours. This is probably a really good one, especially on projects like this, because you're not doing, firstly, you're not trying to do this to make money. Like, you cannot build a car for thousands of hours as a profitable, substantial, like as a way of making money.
It's a difficult business model, that one.
Completely. It's, yeah, and even, you know, something like this, to charge a client for something like this is insane. The hours are insane. So to put anyone that restores cars or builds custom cars, you know, some of these big shows, like SEMA was last week, for example, you hear numbers of these shows, you know, 15,000, 20,000 hours. You can apply a number to that hourly rate, whatever you want, plus materials, and it's absurd. And that's the reality of it. And for this project that we're working on, just as a ballpark, like if you want to keep tabs on the numbers as an estimate, every Porsche video is 2 days work, 2 people. So that's 8, 16, 32 hours. Plus, I'm probably doing, you know, 15, 20 hours outside of that on top, making bits and pieces and tracking down. So every episode could represent 50 hours. I think we're up to episode 10 or 11.
11 was the last
11,
one,
so it's 550 hours so far. And I'd say we're about 1/10 in. So, you know, this something like this is probably going to round out 5,000 hour project. And that's just the reality of building cars at this. And then you've got parts, materials, and everything on top of that. You know, that's why it's not done. It's not easy, it's not fast, it's not profitable. It's just some people into different things, recreation, sport, activity, fishing, camping. Some people are just into being in workshops and building stuff flat out for no reason other than self-satisfaction.
Oh yeah, it's personal challenge.
Personal challenge and the problem solving, like, you know, you just have the vision, not the vision, but you just go, oh man, I want to do this, and just go for it and do it. So we're not keeping tabs on hours, but at that sort of realistic estimate, it's, you know, I think on an early episode, I think I might have mentioned a 3,000-4,000 hour build. It's probably being conservative, it's probably 5,000 hours. But, you know, shop business owners who restore cars for clients probably have way better tallies on hours. I think realistically, I personally believe, you know, 2,500 hours, 3,000 hours would be a typical nice restored, lightly modified street car. Anything highly modified, it just goes nuts from there. Just increase the hours radically from there.
So SEMA 2035.
Something like that. Who knows? You know, look, again, we're only working on it every now and then. But if we, you know, who knows? Maybe next year we can ramp up the hours on this thing. You know, we've got heaps of people who want to be involved. We've been contacted by so many companies that have expressed interest of getting involved, and that's just awesome. Like, you know, not even from a financial perspective, but just working with specialists, you know, companies and people and brands that are into doing their thing and they just want to contribute and demonstrate. And it's great for us because, you know, we get to liaise with other people that are into a certain aspect and you get good information, you get good measurements, good tech advice, good resource. That's what it's about, is just sharing your experiences and sharing information to everyone to help everyone else out.
Yeah, getting the help when you need, you know, unique things made or so on. Getting that sort of help from, you know, it's not always easy if people aren't, you know, got the time to put towards it. So, yeah.
You want to ask questions, you need good advice, good people to turn to for that advice as well.
Yeah, and it's difficult in Australia as well. You know, we're a long way from where a lot of it's getting made and done. So finding the right people in Australia is probably harder than other countries. You know?
Not as easy. We can't just get online in the afternoon and have it. I'm trying not to say specific branded companies. We don't have these giants of suppliers that you can just get online and have a part delivered the next morning. It takes weeks to get things here.
Yeah.
Really plan ahead. So you need to be a bit resourceful.
Yeah, it can slow you up if you're waiting on one bit. That means you can't progress, you know, and you've got to plan around it. And yeah.
Totally. Other than that, again, I think our workshop for Queensland's filling up. So that's pretty cool. Last bodywork class for the weekend. Speaking of bodywork, off the back of, not last week, the weeks before video, we put out a little video on body filler. I think 2 videos now.
2. So we did filler and then like the application side of it.
Yep.
So then, now we've done a new one.
So
controversial subject.
So back to where we started just now, all this stuff laid out, it's a never-ending debate, body filler on bare steel or on top of epoxy. So it's a debated topic. Our take on it is it's within context of the job. There's no, I don't want to say wrong or right, but there's a few factors there that really determine what the best process is. So I think we've recorded it. Evan's rough drafted it. It's probably looking about 15, 18, 20 minutes.
It's about 18, 20 minutes. And it's more a discussion and information than it is, you know, a how-to. It's not like a hands-on type of demo type video, but I think a lot of people will learn a lot just from, you know, what you've got to say and how you dive into I guess the science of why it is the way it is, because a lot of people, you know, they've just got their opinion and that's it. They're not necessarily got a reason behind it. They just maybe, you know, it's what they've heard and that's their take on it. But listening to, you know, how you describe the reasons why, I think is really educational. So I think people will learn a lot from it.
Cool. So yeah, variety of different substrates and surfaces and things that we deal with every day. So it's really, like Evan just said, it's really a conversation about how to think about the task at hand so you know the best answer for yourself. So that's this Sunday.
Yep.
So tech video, if you haven't picked it up already, we're flipping back and forth every fortnight. So tech video, Porsche, tech video, Porsche. And hopefully the thumbnails on the videos really sort of tell that story.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's it. Like,
That's it.
Subscribe.
Do all that. Helps out.
All
yeah,
right.
look, it really, it sucks. You know, you got to play the game. You got to do this algorithm thing. You got to do the subscribe, the like, the comment, the thing. But it's free. It's so easy. You guys just got to click a button and it's done. But it really helps us out with the ability to do these videos and make them better and better and listen to you guys and try and offer as much, whatever, entertainment and pass on as much information or knowledge or whatever we can.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
Thanks, Pete.
See ya.
Next week.